What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest Bootleggers ROM based on Android 13. The build date here is 27th April 2023. For a couple of days now I have been using this ROM. This ROM comes with two separate versions. One is vanilla and one is GApps, and as usual I have flashed the GApps included variant. If you don't know how to flash this ROM on your Redmi K20 Pro, you can check out the flashing guide from the description. About section, we have the Bootleggers logo up top and we have the Bootleggers version showing as 7.1. The build date here is April 27, 2023. The maintainer is Vishak, so huge thanks to the developers of this particular ROM. The Android version is showing as 13 and the security patch here is of April 5th, 2023. So pretty much latest one, and the stock kernel here is the 4.14 Waffles kernel. In the system settings, this is how it looks like. We do not get a system updater here. Let me in the comments if you guys like the stock fonts of this ROM. I am not really sure how do I feel about it. So in the gesture settings, we have the quickly open camera and stuff. In the gesture navigation settings, we have the full screen gestures, then the pill length customization, and to the fullest, this is how it looks like. We have the swipe to invoke assistant option that works perfectly fine. Left edge, right edge customization is also there. We have the 2-button and 3-button navigation. In the settings of it, we have the hold for assistant as well. One-handed mode works perfectly fine. We have the double tap to check phone, the quick torch, and we have the press and hold power button action. Then the prevent triggering eruptive playback, and even the swipe to screenshot is working perfectly fine. There is the share edit delete option, and the scrolling and stuff will appear whenever it's needed. In the pop-up camera settings, we do have a camera calibration option for the front motorized camera. We have the pop-up camera sound effects. You can change it from here. Then we have the camera raise dialog and LED customization. Let me show you the home screen. This is how it looks like. Yes, in my opinion, it definitely looks beautiful. And this is the Bootleggers launcher that we have over here. Let me actually show you. Okay, so this is showing as quick step launcher, but it has this Bootleggers kind of logo, as you can see. So this is a quick step launcher actually. And in the mist settings, we have the parallel space. So if you want to use two accounts of the same app, you can definitely do that with this. Allow home screen rotation, background blur depth, and the restart option is there. In the recents panel, we have the memory info, the background opacity changing option again. Then we have the screenshot, the lens clear all, shake phone to clear all the apps and stuff. All these features are there, and this is how in the recents panel it looks like. We have the RAM usage right here, we have the screenshot, the Google Lens, and the clear all button right here. And of course, if you want to go into the split top mode and the freeform mode, everything is there. In the app drawer, we have the themed icons, app search bar, icon labels in drawer, and the row height and the background opacity customization. In the home screen settings, we have the add app icons to the home screen. Double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen is here, and we have the wallpaper scrolling and zooming, and a lot more customization for the stock launcher is here. You can see we have the icons, then we have the icon pack, the notification dots, the icon size, font size, everything customization. The screen just goes black if you go into that icon kind of settings, and the stock wallpaper that I'm using over here is from here. Let me actually show you in the change wallpaper section. You have plethora of stock wallpapers. Like this is the default one, the Bootleggers default one. Then there is the misc options, again amazing amount of options. Even the streetscapes options are here, and they are pretty much beautiful looking wallpapers. So yeah, the stock wallpapers on this ROM are definitely amazing, I have to say. While I'm into the wallpapers and styles, let me show you this section. We have the 16 colors for the wallpapers and the basic colors. And we have the dark theme, the themed icons, and the app grid you can set up to 6x10. Now the widgets, yes, the Google clock widget and stuff, they are perfectly working, no issues. The subscriber count widget that I have added is working perfectly fine. Swiping up on the home screen will get you to the app drawer, and this is how it looks like. You can search for any particular app, and the background frosted glass kind of effect definitely looks cool. These are the stock apps present by default here. You will see there is two camera apps. One is that lineage kind of camera. Also the MIUI camera is present by default here. I'll show you that later. And we have the FM radio and stuff. But these fresh walls and the other apps like the PixArt and stuff were downloading because I was restoring my Google app data backup. And here swiping down anywhere in the home screen will get you to the quick setting panel. And this is how it looks like. Even in the light theme, it stays white, and I definitely like this look. And I'll show you the quick setting panel later on. But to the left of the home screen, we have the Google Discover page. They are pretty smooth, no issues whatsoever with the animations and stuff everywhere in the stock launcher. And of course, there is the double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen if you're wondering about that. And even the screen of FOD is working fine. I'll show you the fingerprint scanner speed and stuff in depth later on. So let me show you right now which toggles I have added. I have the Wi-Fi, the mobile data, the Bluetooth toggle, and it does show up the Bluetooth battery status if you're connected to a Bluetooth headset or speakers. And we have the flashlight, auto rotate, battery saver, Google Home controls right here. And we also have the night light, Then the screen recorder is here. We have this recording option like the device audio and microphone audio and stuff, all these things. The nearby share, data saver, hotspot, dark theme, heads up, smart pixels, do not disturb. Also we have the deslimming, and even the high brightness mode is here if in case if you want to use that. Now the brightness slider shows up on the bottom because I have customized it that way, and this is Bootleggers, so this definitely has amazing amount of customizations which I'll show you later on. In the power menu, this is how it looks like. You have the advanced reboot, and you can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here. And in case if you're wondering about the recent shake kind of thing, yeah, it does work. Let me show you the stock camera. So this is the Leica camera present by default here, and it has amazing amount of features. Also the other lenses should be working perfectly fine. Like the 0.6x is working fine. The 2x zooming option is working great. Even the 1x or the main sensor is working perfectly fine. So no issues pretty much with the lens switching. Also it has the portrait mode, then the 48 megapixel mode. And in the video settings, let me actually show you, there is up to 4K 60fps shooting option with this Leica camera, and in the pro mode as well, up to 4K 60fps. By controlling the white balance, the focus, and we have the shutter speed, ISO, everything you can control over here. It also has this audio kind of meter, and let me actually show you in the portrait mode. If I switch to the front camera, yep, it does work perfectly fine. So yeah, Leica or MIUI cameras are like one of the best optimized cameras, I would say, for the Redmi devices, and pretty much it will give you amazing results with this particular camera. So by default you will get a Leica camera, and that is what I like over here. You also do have this Aperture kind of camera, which is the line-edge camera again, and yeah, it does have the lens switching option and stuff, but I don't like this camera much. But yeah, you do have this option if you need that. You get two cameras by default here. I'll show you the customizations, but first let me show you the basic things. Here we have the Safetynet Past right out of the box, so you can use banking apps without any problems. The DRM info here shows as L1, so you do get the L1 certification, so you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p. Also this one does come with the Google Photos unlimited pixel backup. Here in the battery settings, I'm pretty disappointed to not see the charging cycles or current battery capacity, design battery capacity. So yeah, all those things are simply missing from the battery settings. Here we only have the battery temperature seeing option, and the battery percentage enabling option is here. Now let me talk about the battery life. Yes, the battery life over here is amazing. I have a brand new battery, that's why maybe, but even I feel if your batteries are like pretty much old, this will give you decent battery life. With my new battery, it is showing me as estimated of 8 hours and 17 minutes of screen on time, and that's just huge. Even the screen off, you can see it's about 10 days, and the combined usage, it shows about 4 days. In the health section, you will see my battery health is at 94%. So again, this is a brand new battery, so the battery life here is amazing, and even the fast charging will be working perfectly fine. In the Bootleg dumpsters, we'll get the customizations, and here it shows this where the broken stuff is placed. So yeah, it's just like random cool messages. Here in the status bar, we have the clock and date. Now here we have the clock style and stuff changing option, but there is no background chip for the clock that I have seen, but yeah, it's not an important feature, but pretty much you can customize the date format and stuff, everything. We have the network traffic indicator, we have the old style signal icon, show 4G icon, show Wi-Fi standard icon, and all these things. Inside the status bar icons, we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. customizations. You do have the VoLTE icon enabling option right here. Let me go back. We have the double tap to sleep on the status bar. Here we have the quick setting panel customization. The brightness slider position, you can have it on show always, and to the bottom we have the auto brightness icon and the show data usage. Then in the notifications, we have the D ticker. If you scroll down more, we have the in-call vibrations, and we have the make heads up less annoying and stuff. Blink flashlight for incoming call, ignore do not disturb, and all these features. Let me go back. In the lock screen, we have the ripple effect, in the lock screen clock font, and pretty much plethora of options, as you can see, are there for the lock screen clock font, and I have been using it with this one. Looks pretty cool to me. Let me go back from here. We have the show charging info and lock screen, show weather condition and stuff, and we have the double tap to sleep, screen of UDFPS, that's the screen of FOD pretty much, and we have the hide status bar. In the animations, we have the screen of animation and stuff. Then we have the power menu kind of things. Enable advanced restart option is there. Secure power menu option is there. There's the disable power menu and lock screen. You can enable it if you want. In the hardware keys, we have the playback control. And if you scroll down more, we have the app related tweaks like the per app volume control and stuff. We have the system features. In here, you will get the UI kind of style customization. We have the icon packs, and plethora of options are here. Even the icon shapes are there. We have the UI style changing option to multiple different options. Then the font style, you can definitely change from here. And the default font, it's a little bit taller, I would say. So this is how it looks, but yeah, you can definitely change the font. That's a good thing. We have the nav bar style, and in here we have multiple different options of different UI, I would say. Let me go back. We have the smart pixels. You can enable it and change the percentage and stuff if you want. Then we have the ignore Windows secure flags. So that is pretty much it about the customization. Now you can also see the about section of the Bootleggers ROM. And here, let me show you the sound settings. This is how it looks like. We have the media, call, ring, etc. volume controls. If you scroll down more, we have the dial pad tone, screen locking sound, charging sound, and vibration. You can disable it if you want. The screenshot sound as well. And we have the Me Sound Enhancer right here. And if you enable it, you can also use it with the youth edition and stuff. And the sound quality with the headphone jack and the Bluetooth headsets, everything. And the speakers as well will be amazing. Here we have the choose preset option like the bass booster, bass reduction, etc. Enable hi-fi option is also there. Now we also have the haptic feedback intensity customization. You can choose it from right here, and even there is a clear speaker option. So let me show you from the lock screen. This is how it looks like. You can tap here. Okay, this is how you can switch the output device. You can increase or decrease the volume from right here. So definitely the animations and stuff looks beautiful, but it does have this wavy kind of seek bar. So definitely looks cool enough. In the display settings, we have the brightness level, adaptive or auto brightness. We have the lock screen customization right here. We have the when swiping up on lock screen for the face unlock. Also, we have the show device controls and the control from lock device. Always show time and info is the always on display. Quick screen for notification, you can disable it from right here. And if you scroll down more, we have the screen timeout up to 30 minutes. Then the dark theme, of course, you can enable it, just schedule it, and we have the display size and text. You can customize the font size, display size, high contrast text. You have the night light, you can schedule it and change the intensity if you want. And we have the double tap to wake. Ambient display is also there. Now let me show you the pickup gestures. I just enabled that, and I'll show you if it's working or not, but there is the custom display settings. We have the de-dimming and the high brightness mode in case if you want to use that. Also, I skipped the colors. There is the natural, boosted and adaptive colors. In the security settings, we do not get the quick unlock for some reason, but quick unlock is enabled by default here. I have also added the face unlock and the fingerprints as well. Let me go back, but you cannot really change the fingerprint scanner icon, or the animation stuff is not there for the FOD animation. And we have the AppLock right here, and you can lock any particular app that you are willing to. Now let me show you the locking and unlocking things. So here, this is how it locks, and this is how you can double tap to wake. And let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed again. It works perfectly fine. Even with the screen of FOD, it is working perfectly fine. Now let me show you if the pickup gesture is working or not. So I just keep the device on the desk and just pick it up on my hand, and as you can see, it is working perfectly fine. So pickup gesture does not have any issues. For some reason, I could not simply find the always on display toggle in the quick settings. So I have to enable this always show time and info. And right now, hopefully, yeah, the always on display right now is working perfectly fine. And even from here, yes, the fingerprint scanner is working perfectly fine. Even the double tap to wake and stuff is working great. Now the lock screen shortcuts you cannot really change, but the Google Home controls should be working perfectly fine from here. Yep, it does work. I do have this when swiping up on lock screen option enabled, but it's not unlocking for some reason with that. So I'll just select when the screen is turned on. So let's see if it works. Yeah, right now, as you can see, it is working. So with when the screen is turned on, that is working fine with the face unlock. So right now, let me try one more time when swiping up selected. So I'm swiping up, it's not really working. So that option is buggy, but otherwise, if you just select that when turned on screen, just use the face unlock, that will work perfectly fine. But let me show you the AppLock. When you try to open a lock tab, this is how it will look. And if you just tap the fingerprint scanner, it should unlock. And as you can see, it has unlocked. So yeah, AppLock and stuff is working perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever with it. Now, if you ask me personally, what do I think about the latest Bootleggers ROM? Well, I would say, yes, definitely it is a really good stable ROM with a lot of customization, but it doesn't have certain things like the charging cycles doesn't appear. The fingerprint scanner kind of icon customization and the animation and stuff is not present over here. And other than that, I would say, yes, the face unlock seemed to be a little bit buggy to me. So with all these things, if you can definitely use this ROM, then definitely you will love the experience. But yeah, the display is running at 60 Hz. It's not overclocked or something. So in Evolution X earlier builds, there was the overclock of the display. So the UI was a lot more smoother, but yes, you do get 60 Hz even with Evolution X right now. So pretty much you are getting the 60 FPS back with this. And overall the UI experience, it's pretty good, not bad, but definitely it's not close to the high kind of refresh rate which you used to get with certain ROMs. But yeah, in Twitter scrolling and stuff, you won't notice much differences. It's a lot smoother experience. no issues whatsoever if you can get used to the 60 Hz experience. But other than that, here are the end-to-end Geekbench code with a CPU stress test if you want to get an idea about the overall UI performance. Please let me know in the comments if you like the Bootleggers ROM. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one.